Okay, so all right, let's pick a first question. I think I should have give you more preparation on the first question, but it's not bad. It's just 2x minus 2 minus 5 plus 2x x squared minus 4 equal to x over x plus 2. Now, for me, my first step, I even told you, factor everything. If you factor everything, you will see that it's a lot easier. And that's going to be x plus 2 and x minus 2. Now, equal to x over x plus 2. Now, one thing I will tell you, you have to write down parentheses right here. Every numerator and every denominator has its own parentheses. And you don't know how valuable is that, because I catch yesterday I was tutoring in class, bunch elementary school kids doing similar things. Okay, they're elementary school kids. I train them to become like very good at math at a very young age. But they do the same thing, is they forgot to distribute this negative sign. This negative sign is distributed to the whole parenthesis. The problem is they didn't write a parenthesis here, because if you don't write parenthesis, they don't know to distribute. That's the problem. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to multiply by x minus 2 and x plus 2. Juliet, here's the way you pay attention. Because you don't want a fraction all the way down to the next step. It's okay, I'm not calling you out, don't worry. Because those are a common mistake people usually tend to do. So when you multiply this, that if you do this correctly, then your writing is a lot less and you're going to make less mistake. So it's not saying you're wrong. It's just saying this one, you're going to write to here. Then there's no denominator, no more confusion. And you're going to have this parenthesis 5 plus 2x, because x plus 2x minus 2 cancel out, and x times x minus 2. And boom, all one line, you get down to a very simplistic things. Where?
The 2 in the first term.
Oh, I forgot it too. Okay. Wait, it's just 2. Sorry, I read it wrong. Yeah, don't let it be like me. Make sure to spend 10 seconds to write down questions. So that's going to be Alzheimer. So that's going to give you 2, right? Is that okay?
Yeah.
And then now you can distribute. Now this is a sign that what people make mistake on. And x squared minus 2x. Now I'm going to go on, keep on further. So I'm going to move everything to the other side. So this is minus. So I'm going to have x squared. This is minus 2x, going to cancel out. And this is minus 2x. And minus 1 plus 1, 0. And that's equal to x minus 1. 0 square x equal to 1, and x equal to 1 does not cause denominator when undefined, and that's the only answer here, because it does not make denominator 0. One other question. Choose 2 other questions. Can you choose one more? Yes, Austin. 2? Okay. 2 says what? Cannot read that far.
X over 2x squared plus 3x minus 2.
Okay.
Minus 1 over 2x. Equals 3 over x squared plus 2.
Okay. So again, you factor everything. So what's a factor of this?
That's minus 1x plus 2.
Does everybody check the factor? Right? Okay. Minus 1 over 2x. And z equal to 3 over x times x plus 2. You need a factor of this one too. What is the least common denominator here? Yes.
2x. And then we how do you use the factor? One, which is 2x minus 1 x plus 2.
And then this, the two will cancel out, so we're left with 2x squared. See how easy that, there's no denominator after I did that. And I'm gonna minus this part. And I'm gonna have 2x minus 1 times x plus 2. And then equal to x. So that's gonna be left with 6. 2x minus 1, is that right? Because x plus 2 cancel. X cancel, 6 is left. So then 2x squared minus this one, just you're gonna have to put a parenthesis, otherwise you're gonna make mistakes. 2x squared. Wait, is that just plus 3x minus 2? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like over there.
12x minus 6. And then this 2x squared minus 2x squared cancel out. That's going to be minus 3x plus 2. If I distribute it, equal to 12x minus 6. And that's equal to 15x, 8. X equal to 8 over 15. You can double check your answer on decimals by moving everything to the other side and just graph that. Now it's about how you keep it organized. If everything is organized, then everything is good. And I show like why you need to organize. So for example, this is a one problem in calculus. You have to organize stuff. Otherwise, there's no way you're gonna keep going down. It looks like very scary. Yeah, but that's the one problem that we had to do. Next question. Goat problem, lion problem. How about that? Goat, the answer, I think the answer I saw online, I don't think that's right. I'm solving for O. So then you multiply OT on both sides. So that is gonna give you GT equal to AO. If I solve for O, then O equal to GT over A. GT over A. Whoops, GTO equal to GT over A. TT over A. I'm going to go over the line problem as well because that's a good problems. 1 over L minus 1 over I equal to ON. If you multiply by Li, then that's going to give you I think, minus L, n is equal to LION. Now what are we solving for? L. So we're going to move the L term to the other side. And take out L. And then move it to the other side. You guys get that? Make corrections. Understand that. If you don't understand that, hey, try to get better. System equation is 10. That's always on SAT. Just add 2 equations up. You're going to get 7x equal to 14. X is equal to 2. And plug it back in. 2, 2, 4. That's going to give you negative 2, I think. Or y, right? X equal to 2. Y equal to negative 2. Okay. All right. Let's talk about radical equation today. Radical equation, rational equation. We are solving all different kind of equation. I still give you a review every time, so that way, if you do your homework, your test should not be bad. Your test should be okay. Okay. I'm going to talk about square equation, square root equation. So let's go with radical because we talk about extraneous, and we can go with square and rational exponent, and lastly we're going to talk about quadratic inequality. Okay, so that's the plan. Radical equation. What is radical equation? Well, radical equation looks like something like this. Now, every SAT, there's always one question about radical equation. Now, for me on SAT, I rather you just plug in numbers, and there's a reason I do that. But for my class, I want you to go ahead and evaluate. Plug-in number has one thing is good is, oh, by the way, look at these questions here. Wait, hold on a second. So you're gonna see why I'm doing this. Okay, so look at the SAT question. I was helping student with SAT questions. Question 18, question 20, question 17, system equation. All those questions on SAT. And look at question 18. You could get this done in like 10 seconds if you know how to do the problem what we did. And you should know how to do question 20. That's supposed to be the hardest question on SAT because it's question 20 in the first module. That's with it without calculator. You guys can fly through those two questions without problems. And that's why you're doing work. It's not because anything else. So Robert, you better get some homework done. You move here. I don't have to be there to know you didn't do it. I have one eye, but I can read people's soul. And trust me, I read people all the time. And I'll call you out when I don't see it right. But make sure this one is the best SAT prep class everywhere. If I would teach outside, this is gonna cost $3,000. And you guys still don't put in the work, that pissed me off because actually it's worth that much money. Huntington sent me a message the other day. He's like, Mr. Ye, would you like to work for us? I respectfully decline. No, why should I work for you? I can make more money than you can. But yeah, you guys got to put in effort to do it because all these questions right here. Okay, anyway, we're not going to spend more time to talk about this. We're going to spend time to talk about radical equation. So how do I do the question like this? So most of you guys know how to do this, but I want to go through it. So start with simple one. So start with 3x plus 1 equal to -2. Oh, actually, hold on a second. -2 doesn't make sense. Equal to 2. Oh, yeah, sorry. 3x plus 1 equal to 2, square root. How do I do this equation? Yes, Brandon?
Square both sides.
Square both sides, good. Square and square root are nemesis to each other. They cancel each other out. 3x plus 1 equal to 4. 3x equal to 3x is equal to 1. Perfect. Good job. Okay, now that's no fun. Too easy. So now you solve this problem. I see a puppy die. Somebody kill a puppy. If you got 9 minus x squared, the puppy die. Did anybody got 9 minus x squared on the other side? Yeah, Callie kill a puppy. Sarah kill a puppy. Sarah kill a puppy. Both Sarah kill a puppy. Man, what's up with you guys? Don't like dog? I mean, I eat dogs, but I don't kill puppies. No, I don't eat dog. I'm vegetarian. Don't worry. That's what people say Chinese people do. See, I make fun of my own race. Don't feel racist. I make fun of everybody. Survive? Wait, you killed puppy too?
No, I only killed kid.
Oh, okay.
Puppy, what died? No, I love how Natalie's like, it was not me.
Did you do the right side correctly?
If you factor, you just take it back. Or just it's 2x, so you could just subtract it. Bring all.
Now, I'm not done yet. You got 6 and 2. I was thinking 6 and 2. Double check. Because sometimes it can cause extraneous on the radical equation. So that's going to be 2 times 6 minus 3 equal to 3 minus 6. That's the square root of what? 9 equal to 3 minus 6. 3 is equal to negative 3. Is that true? No, that's called extraneous. You have to check the second one because sometimes they can be both extraneous. They're very rare. It happens. But you're going to check the second one. So it'll be square root of 2 times 2 minus 3 equal to 3 minus 2. In this case, it's 1 equal to 1. This one's checked. That's why in SAT, they have a choices. They give you like 2, 3, 1, 5, 0 only. You plug in all the choices. Verify. You don't worry about solving because you spend more time solving. You could have just plugged in. Now, the only time that you have to solve is you actually get graded questions. Other than that, you just plug in. You are gonna get faster and things done faster, which is, I don't agree with it. But at that moment, you gotta do what need to be done. You cannot take that much time to solve because it takes about 1 minute to solve and you might kill a puppy. Then I'd rather you just do it idiotic math, just plug in and see what happens. Just move on. Which is the last part. Does that make sense? Okay. That's a radical equation. So what do I do if I have this? One last one. X minus square root of 4 minus 3x equal to negative 8. So what do I do here? You isolate them. But it's much better to move the radical to the other side, becomes positive, and move the 8 the other side back. So make sure you isolate. You don't want to kind of worry about negative signs. Now, this time, I already told you what to start. So make sure you go ahead and do it right. And don't kill puppy, Emerson. Just write it out. If something's square, write it out. See, like this? Always write it out like this. That way you'll never kill any puppy. Just write down x minus 2 times x minus 2. Don't worry about thinking about distribute that 2. That's bad. Okay, so sometimes just building a good habit. If you're doing things, you're building good habit. If you're building a habit, your math is always gonna be right. Look, this is a little girl who's 7th grade. Write better than Jesus. How can you make mistake if you write like that? She's in 7th grade. She's then Rosie. I tutor outside. And she have everything just right now. I mean, it's like just freaking machine. Even boxes, triangles, circles, combine like terms. I only teach her once, and she never learned how to solve equation. She doesn't even know how to solve 2x minus 5 equal to 10. 5 minutes later, it's done. This is my first step. I don't kill any puppy. I write it out if I wanted to, but I'm not gonna write it because I know my math. I'm gonna plug into original equation to check which one's correct. Huh? Neither correct? That can happen. We're gonna know. So negative 15 minus negative 15, so it's 45, 49 equal to negative 8. So negative 15 minus 7 is equal to negative 8. This is not correct, right? Negative 4 minus 4 plus 12 equal to negative 8. Negative 4 minus, ooh, this one's correct. Right? So negative 4 is correct. Always check two R's. What do you mean R? rational equation, which is you have x underneath. That's called rational equation. So you have expression like x minus 2 underneath or x plus 2 underneath. You have to double check. Radical is the second thing you have to check. Does that make sense? Okay. We finished radical. Let's go to square equations. X squared equal to 4. What is x? No. Thank you. You square root both sides. Then do not forget about plus minus. Only square root and the fourth root. All the even roots on both sides, you're going to get plus minus. Odd root is okay. So let's just say x cubed is equal to 27. X only equal to 3. Because, so, sorry, let me don't skip step. X equal the cube root of 27. That's the only 3. This one's going to give you plus minus always. So the answer is plus minus 2. Do not tell me plus 2. I believe your algebra 1 teacher told you says write plus minus when you square root both sides. And please write it down. You write it down. Not going to forget, if you have x squared equal to something, you square root both sides, you got to get plus minus. Even x to the fourth equal to 16, then it's plus minus 2. So you have to write it down. Actually, there was more than that. Not only plus minus 2, it's actually plus minus 2 i's. You got really pay attention to detail. So if you have x to the fourth equal to 16, you're gonna have 4 solutions. You just don't see them, but it's there. I'll show you why there are 4 solutions, but this is just an extended stuff. So that you don't have to worry about this current test. But this is x4 minus 16 equal to 0. X squared minus 4 times x squared plus 4. And then x squared minus 4 equal to 0. X squared equal to 4. X equal to plus minus 2. X squared equal to negative 4. X equal to square root of negative 4 plus minus. That's equal to plus minus 2i. So you got a x equal to 2, x equal to negative 2, x equal to 2i, x equal to negative 2i. So there are 4 solutions, even though 2 are complex. You don't have to worry that far, but yes, if x to the 4, you got 4 solutions. They're not all real, they are complex. Keep on going. Solve for this. Ian, are you sleepy today? No? You know, like Bennett, he drink coffee. He's like a math whiz now after drinking coffee. Before he drink tea, he's like, he just falls asleep. How do you get rid of square? We're going to talk about that on Monday. It's actually more different than that. But if you square root both sides, what do you have to do? Please write down plus minus, please. So it'll be x plus 2 equal to plus minus root 16. That's equal to plus minus what? 4. And then x equal to negative 2 plus minus 4. That means negative 2 plus 4, negative 2 minus 4. That's equal to 2. That's equal to negative 6. There are 2 solutions. Does that make sense? Okay. Give you some harder one. We're doing like algebra 1 crash course. Remember, when you're lost, go back to watch video. You look at homework, you don't know how to do something, go to that video. This is how much work you need to show. Some people say, I don't know how much work to show. You gotta show me something. All right, same thing. Square root both sides, right? Did you guys do that? And did you do plus minus? Okay, so it'll be x plus 3. Now square root of negative 32. Now, negative 32 always break down to square root of negative 1 times square root of 32. Did you do that? And this becomes what? I. So then it's going to be equal to plus minus I. And this is going to be 2, 16, 2, 8, 2, 4, 2, 2. 2, 4. So it'd be 4 root 2. X plus 3. X equal to negative 3 plus minus I 4 root 2. Yes.
Does it matter if we put the I after the I2?
I always put it in the front. Because if you put it after 2, they think it's inside the radical. So if you put it in the front, you never have that confusion. That's a very good question, by the way. Square root I gets very complicated. It's not a math you want to touch, trust me. It's very scary. In this school, there's only maybe one person knows what a square root I is. Yes. Huh? I 4 square root 2 or 4i square root 2 is fine, but just don't do 4 square root 2i because they think I is inside a radical, and that's you write it right away.